Hi everybody. My name is Daniela, and I am now a senior at Cornell, which is crazy. Like I'm really almost like out. It's actually kind of crazy. I feel like these 4 years, well, three, I'm about to be four. Um, they just went by so fast. It's actually crazy. For anybody that's like going into college and stuff, definitely take advantage and like yeah, just take advantage of all the opportunities that you get because it's crazy. Time really goes by so fast. And yeah, but I just want to come on here and talk a little bit. I am just so excited right now. I mainly got inspired because of that, because I'm so excited. Like I'm so like grateful. Like I just wanna I keep like saying like thanks be to God like so much. Like if it wasn't for him, nothing would be done. Of course. But I just can't like I just can't say it enough. Like I'm just so grateful. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I have so much hope, I guess is the right word. Because so much hope. And there's this word in Spanish. I just don't know how to say it like in English. Pero estoy muy like ilusionada and stuff with this thing going on. So I'm very like excited for it and looking forward to it. It's kind of like the best way I can explain it, I guess. But But yeah, for this like business idea that I've been working on and stuff. Cause yeah, I mean I was already kind of okay, let me backtrack. And I'm really excited. So sorry if this sounds like a hot mess. I'm just really excited. And I just want to say everything like at once, but I gotta break it down so it can make sense. But anyways, so yeah, like I don't know, I feel like growing up I've always wanted to like help out like in some way, like serve the community, and do something like that. I know at some point I was thinking about like what was it? It was like being like a psychologist. Okay, there was like a bunch of different career paths. But anyways, I know at some point there was like one that was like an immigration lawyer, right? And it was just because like I knew like some people and stuff that like were immigrants, some of them like being really close to me and stuff. And I just wanted to help out because I was like, wow, like the immigration system, it just takes so long. Like, I mean, I made a video before about how long it takes to just get like a visa or like a green card to become a permanent resident, right? Like for somebody that comes from Mexico who is applying for a visa and is a married son and daughter of a citizen, it takes at least 22 years, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, and that's an average. So it just takes so long. And so like at that point I was like, okay, well, I really want to help people. I really want to help them like be here. Especially because everybody, like literally everybody that I knew was just here trying to like, you know, just have a better life. And I mean, my parents are also immigrants and stuff. Like we came here to the United States from Mexico as well. And basically all my family is from Mexico and stuff. Well, like the older, like my aunts and like my uncles and stuff, the vast majority of them are from Mexico and stuff. And like I'm just like, but they're just here working hard, trying to like make ends meet, trying to do something, for us, like our generation now, like us, like as in like my siblings and like my cousins and stuff, they want to just help us get ahead, and it's crazy. I don't want to get like sidetracked, but I feel like I am gonna get sidetracked. But essentially, like I don't know, I feel like that's why a lot of the stuff that I do, like I feel like I'm not just doing it for myself or just like for my own like success and stuff. Like I feel like I'm doing it for like my parents, and I feel like a lot of immigrant children feel like that. And I'm also doing it for my cousins, for everybody like after me and stuff, so that they can see like through hard work, you can really like achieve something. And obviously, like if you're on the right path and stuff, like God has a path for you. As long as you decide to take the right decisions. Um, at least that's what's been my case and stuff. And so, yeah. Um, so yeah, that's why I wanted to be an immigration lawyer. And then what is it called? And then after that, I was like, Well, you know what? I don't know because it does take like more than 20 years for like Mexicans to out here, get their papers right, you know? So I'm like, well, what about changing the laws? Maybe be a politician or something like that. But then I was like, I don't know. It got really complicated. I feel like, because I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's really like the type of life that I want. Like, I don't know. Politics is messy. And there's just some other things that I was like, well, I don't know if this is just like the best decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm very grateful for people that are, trying to pay, what is it called, pave a path for legal citizenship and everything. Because obviously, like, people want to be doing things right. But if it takes more than 20 years, again, it's kind of really difficult. And it's not even guaranteed. But y'all can watch my video to understand that more and stuff. The other one about like why it's not so easy to become legal. But yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like politics are really messy. And at times I feel like, I don't know. They're just really messy. And there's just other things that I just make things really complicated. I might talk about that like another time, but just know that I was like, nah, it's not really for me and stuff. And then the other stuff was just what is it called? Um, I don't know. Then like now it's just like I was like, well, how can I make like an impact like in a different way, Because I feel like for that moment in time and I was like, okay, well, not an immigration lawyer, not really a politician. Then like I don't know. I was kind of like I don't know what to do in my life. So then now I'm like well, last semester I did the Cornell and Washington program in Washington D.C. to learn about like politics and everything, and it just kind of confirmed that yeah, like being a politician and stuff is not really for me. But what is it called now? Oh well, with that, like I remember I was listening to this one speaker, not speaker, this politician. She's a Republican and stuff, and she sometimes would like try to get people like jobs in like not very like government kind of ways. Like she did like a job fair where she would like introduce like employers with potential like employees and stuff. And then that has been working really good for her to be able to do that. It's not really government related. I don't know. But I don't know how she's able to really do that. Well, unless it kind of is. I don't know how it works, to be honest. I don't know the details. But yeah, and I thought, well, that's interesting. And I feel like I also hear other like just Republicans talk about, oh, like just basically don't let the government just like fix all your problems for you or like the handouts and everything like that. I feel like that's kind of like the idea, or one of the ideas a little bit of like Republicans in some sense, to an extent. Um, and it's also like taking responsibility and stuff like that. But yeah, so I was like kind of like, well, maybe I'll like think a little bit into that and stuff because that's pretty interesting. And I was like, well, there's the business side. Like if it's not the public side, it's the private side. And so I was like, okay. And now I don't know, I was doing like some research too when I was in Cornell, Washington, and I just looked at a problem of like I looked at the problem of insufficient subsidies for what was it for small farmers in Mexico. So just basically them not being able to get help from the government and stuff. But it kind of goes back to the idea, well, like if the government isn't like helping you and stuff, then I feel like the community has to like try to do something about it. I feel like that the government still has like maybe a role and stuff in certain things. But I just didn't know like how much of a role it should be, like, subsidies, no subsidies, just different stuff like that. I don't know. I don't have like clear thoughts on that exactly. But I did know that one thing was like, well, they're not getting enough like help or support from the government. So what about the private section or private sector and stuff? Like what if a business comes and like helps them and also in a way that's like just helps them like scale and like basically like it's not just like a donation or a charity or something, or maybe it is, and that's what like actually helps them scale and everything. I don't know. So it was just like different ideas that I had in my head, and so now I'm kind of thinking about that. Like, well, I am thinking, not kind of. I don't know why I say kind of sometimes, but I am thinking about that. Like, I'm looking into this business idea of like helping small farmers in Mexico. The details are not established yet, and I feel like I have a lot of just research to do and things to talk about with other people and other experts and people that are already like they have done startups in the past before and just stuff like that. So yeah. But I'm just like really grateful, y'all, because I was like, okay, well, I feel like I was kind of stuck at some point, but now I'm like, okay, well, like I don't know, like oh my God, I'm just so excited. But like I was like stuck. I was like because I was trying to like interview like small farmers in Mexico, but I couldn't like really get in contact with a lot of them. Like I do have family back in Mexico still. So I was like, okay, can you help me get like in contact with them and stuff? And then they were just busy. So it's kind of like the when I mean I had to feel bad because I'm like I don't want to like bother, but just asking and stuff just to see. And I don't know. It's been like kind of difficult because I'm like, okay, well then I don't know what to do. And then some of them, like especially like the farmers, they're just like more reserved, like more to like themselves and stuff. So then that's like something that my uncle had told me. So I was like, oh, well, I don't really know what to do in that situation. And so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because I get it. Like, I mean, if they just don't want to talk to like people and stuff, like they don't have like they don't feel comfortable and stuff, which I understand. It totally makes sense. Um, so now I still have to figure out like, what their problems are, like, why their businesses might not be scaling or, just stuff like that. And I don't know. It's just been like I was just like stuck. And I don't know. And then I also just didn't know. I was like, okay, well, how do I like think through like a business idea? Like I've just never been like exposed to like that understanding, like what even should I be thinking about for like a startup and stuff. And I am in this class though, an entrepreneurship class that I'm taking at Cornell. And I'm like, wow. I was just so grateful because it was like the answers that I was like kind of like hoping for and stuff. I don't know. And I just feel like God is always like guiding and like his presence is always like here. And like, hey, here you go. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm just so excited. And yeah, because like now I know a little bit more. Like, okay, gotta do a lot of interviews and stuff. And then I had an idea about how to actually be able to like maybe talk with them or more of them. So then that like opened up like more opportunities for me to be able to talk to people and then just understanding how like businesses work and how people that have done startups like have done it before. They call it like it was like a business canvas. I forgot the actual word. It's not a business plan though. It's a more dynamic form of a business plan. That's basically what I've been learning because you're gonna have a hypothesis basically, but it's gonna change. Like you might think that, I don't know, your customer needs, I don't know, think about something XYZ, but in reality they need something else. But you gotta actually talk to people to know what they want or what they need. Um, so yeah. But now I feel like things are just more organized. And before it just seems so like I don't know. I feel like I just also was like scared because I was like, oh my goodness, this big thing, like being a business owner, like what? Like a business owner, me, like in charge of people, and then like in charge of like a business. Like I don't know. Like it just felt like a lot of responsibility and a lot of like I don't knows. Like it's just so new to me. But I feel like this class, like it just doing my homework. It just helped like ease my nerves a little bit. And so now I'm just like really grateful. And that inspired this video today. So thanks be to God. I think that's the message. Thanks be to God. And now I know, like, because that's another thing too. I was like, I told you, like, I was like confused. I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm a senior. Like, I don't know what to do. Ugh. It was complicated. I was starting to get like confused, or like not confused. I was confused, but I was starting to get like anxious about my future. I don't know. But yeah, and now I feel like this has like brought more meaning, I feel like, to my life. Like I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is it. Like this, I'm taking this responsibility. Now I have like a team of people that are actually helping me with this business idea. I gotta figure out some things, you know? Because sometimes I just don't know how to like handle like giving people like work and stuff. Like what should each and like keeping track of everybody. I'm like having trouble with that too now a little bit. But I'm gonna try to talk to people and see what like insights they can give me and everything. I don't know. But anyways, the point is that it just felt like such a big thing. But like doing my homework, they just like break it down in such simple ways. Um, like what the customer segment is like, the customer segments and like what is it called? The value propositions and just other stuff, like big words. I don't know. But like they just broke it down like so clearly. So now I'm just like, oh my goodness, praise be to the Lord Jesus Christ. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, anyways, this is just so random, but yeah, that's the life update and what's going on. So yeah, that's about it. But so I hope somebody got something out of this. If y'all are struggling too, like a senior or something, and y'all don't know what to do with your life, just trust God. And I feel like he was giving me like some insights throughout like my path, and I just had to like kind of go with my gut, but I feel like it's really him. He's my gut, I guess. I don't know, that sounds weird. But you know what I mean though. But like he's like the person that's guiding me and the thing that feels right, you know. And yeah, I've been trying to go with what he says, and sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, but I feel like now I feel like a sense of purpose. So I feel like I'm following what he wants me to do. So I'm so happy. Even though I know there's a lot of work to come, and there's a lot of there's just a lot of things that I have to learn, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, for anybody that is out there like struggling with something similar, like not knowing what to do with their life, or like not feeling like they have purpose or something, just trust God. He's guiding y'all. Y'all just gotta listen to him. Build a relationship with him and go from there. Make sure it's like legit though. Cause I know. Anyways, that's another topic. All right. But yeah, thanks be to God. All right. Anyways, I hope everybody has a good rest of their week.